Hi, I'm Ollie. This is Criminolly, where I talk about crime, pulp, horror, that kind of thing. Today, I'm not talking about any of that. I'm doing the end of the year book tag. So I got tagged to do this by Michael K. Vaughan from Stately Vaughan Manor, who said in his video that I never do tags, which is pretty much true. So I did the booktuber newbie tag when I first set up my channel. But since then I haven't done any tags at all. I do have some that I need to do. So I've been tagged in the Krampus tag by David's Book Reviews. So I need to do that one. And I've been tagged by 3 different people in the Booktubers I Love tag. So by AJ Dunn Reads and Writes, this Justin, and another bibliophile reads. So those 2 tag videos I will be doing soon, but I haven't got around to them yet because both of them require quite a bit of thought. However, thankfully, the end of the year book tag is quite an easy one. So I will do that now. It was created by, I can't remember who's, it's created by Ariel Bissett. So I will put a link to their channel in the description for this video. But cracking on then, let me get into the questions, of which there are only 3 or 4. So the first one, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? Not really. So I'm reading this book at the moment, Night Kill, The Executioner, number 124, by, well, on the cover it says it's by Don Pendleton. It's actually by someone called Mike Newton. So obviously I want to finish this, and hopefully, in fact, I'll finish it today. But that's the only book I've started this year that I need to finish, because I tend to just read one thing at a time. However, I did start listening to the audiobook of Milkman by Anna Burns, which is brilliant. I actually started listening to that before COVID, sometime in kind of autumn 2019. And I still haven't finished it. And the reason for that is I used to listen to audiobooks when I was walking to the station in the morning. And since COVID, I've been working in this room from home, so I have not needed to go to the station. And I just haven't found anywhere in my routine to slot in listening to audiobooks. So I do need to get into that book again, because it's very, very good. And the audiobook of it is fantastic as well. The narrator does a brilliant job. So yeah, that's one that I will be definitely trying to finish. But whether or not I'll finish it this year or not, I do not know. Next question: do you have any? Do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? No, I don't. I don't do that kind of thing at all. I don't really understand why you would. I suppose horses for courses, but definitely not for me. Next question: is there a new release you are still waiting for? To be honest, no. I don't really pay a great deal of attention to new releases. I really like reading older books, to be honest with you, and I try and read a decent number of older books in my, as well as reading the new stuff. So I do have a few things from NetGalley which haven't come out yet, which I have yet to read. I guess one I'm looking forward to reading, which I think actually comes out in January next year, is Mestiza Blood by V. Castro, which I've got a copy of down there somewhere, I think. So looking forward to reading that one, but I can't think of anything else that's due out in 2021 that I haven't read yet that I'm particularly looking forward to. Next question. What are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? So I filmed earlier today, and it will go up before I post this tag video, my December TBR. So that's all the books I'm intending to read before the end of the year. I guess 3 that I'm particularly looking forward to are probably this one, Captain Blood by Michael Blodgett even, which looks gripping and harrowing and all the kind of stuff I love. So looking forward to that. And also The Fellowship of the Ring, the first of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and I've never read the Lord of the Rings trilogy, so looking forward to finally getting to these and seeing what all the fuss is about. And then also, I guess, I'm just picking through my box of books for this month, this one. So Phoenix Book 2 Ground Zero, just because I've read the first Phoenix book twice, but I haven't read any of the other ones in the series, and the first one was such a delightful mix of extreme violence and utter lunacy that I'm very much looking forward to reading the next one, which I hear is just as good as the first. So that's 3 books I'm looking forward to reading before the end of the year. is there a book that you think could still shock you and become your favourite book of the year? Yes, so there's 2 books I've got in my December TBR, which I think, you know, have very, very good reputations. So one is Wolf Hall by Hilary Mantel, the first of her Cromwell trilogy. So yeah, looking forward to reading that. Obviously it's won a ton of prizes and, you know, seems to get a lot of praise from everyone who reads it. So looking forward to that one. And I've also got this to read, the Border trilogy by Cormac McCarthy. So I'm going to be reading the first of these this month, All the Pretty Horses, which again is a book that everyone I know who's read it raves about it. So I think those are both contenders for Book of the Year. But having said that, I've read some absolutely fantastic books so far this year. I've got a number of 5-star reads for the year already. So whether either of those 2 books unseat, I don't even know what my current number 1 is, to be honest. I'm trying to think about that. But if either of them get to the top of the top 10, I'll let you know. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And the final question, have you already started making reading plans for 2022? Yes, I definitely have. Some of them are kind of deliberate plans and some of them are just plans that happen. But obviously, because I'm doing this 100 book challenge, I know I'm only going to be reading books I already own, so that's kind of a plan. Aside from that, so I'm reading a number of series at the moment, so kind of pulp series. So I'm reading the Gore books by John Norman, the Survivalist books by Jerry Ahern, the Executioner books by Don Pendleton, and the Edge books by George G. Gilman. So all 4 of those, I will be probably reading 1 each of those each month throughout the year. So that's 48 books right there that I know, I pretty much know I'm going to be reading next year. Plus I started the Wheel of Time series. So once I finish my book buying ban and I can actually buy the second book in the series, I expect to read that. Plus I'm intending to read the next 2 in the Mantel trilogy. Assuming I like it, assuming I enjoy Fellowship of the Ring, I'll read the next 2 books in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And assuming I like All the Pretty Horses, I'll read the next 2 books in this trilogy. Plus I'm rediscovering a load of writers who I've read in the past and not read for a long time. So I'm kind of working my way through some Richard Lehman books at the moment. I've got a stack of those to read. So that's definitely in my plans for 2022 as well. And I suppose the other thing is I just want to, since I started the channel, I've been focusing very much on, not exclusively, but I've been reading a lot of pulp, crime and horror books. So the other thing I want to make sure I do in 2022 is read a bit more widely than that. And that's one of the reasons why I've got, you know, these 3 in my to read list for December, because I was conscious I was getting into a bit of a rut. So expect to see some different things on the channel maybe next year, some stuff that falls into the and stuff like that category, or that kind of thing category, rather than just crime, pulp and horror. Okay, so I need to tag some people now. So I'm going to pause the video and think about some people to tag, and then I'll come back and tell you who they are. So I am going to tag Jessie at Bartell's Bookshelf, Crystal at Crystal's Bookish Life, and Tome Raider, who embarrassingly, whose name I can't remember or don't know. But yeah, those 3 people I will tag in the comments for this. But yeah, that's it. That's the tag. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you're all keeping safe and look forward to speaking to you again soon. Cheerio.